What up, what up, what up, y'all? This your boy Sylvester Brown, and I'm about to share this knowledge with y'all, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. So I look forward to transforming your lives tonight, and I look forward to sharing this information so that it can just open up your mindset so that you can live the abundant life, all right? And that's what I'm going to talk about, okay? Well, first of all, let me see if I can add some people on here. Let's see. Okay, Cynthia. See if I can add some people on here on this live. Bring some people here. Let's see. Okay, trying to figure out how to do this. How to add people on here. There we go. Okay, cool, cool. I don't know how to add people, more people on here, but they used to do it, but they must have taken it off. Anyway, just waiting for a few more people to get on, and I'm going to share this powerful information. Okay. How was y'all Sunday today? Was y'all Sunday very informative from going to church? Y'all went to church? What y'all did today on y'all Sunday? Of course, every Sunday I share a message under Pastor Hardy, and then I will. Sometimes he let me preach for the main full hour or share information as I call it. Okay. So I hope y'all had a good day today. Um, yeah, so I'm about to share something with y'all, man. It's gonna be so powerful, man. If you use this thing, I promise you, it would transform your life, especially financially. Man, it definitely will transform that part of the area. It also will transform your mindset, and that's what I'm going to talk about in a second. All right. Let's see. Reggie, what's up, man? Keep up the good work, Reggie, man. All right. Cool, cool. Yeah. So I'm about to get started in a second. But to share some powerful information, man. This thing is life changing, y'all. Life changing. Yeah, Reggie, man, keep up the good work, man. You be transforming people live with all that information that you be sharing on Facebook. So, and it's amazing, man, that we can just transform lives through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of that. Okay, speaking engagement, Zoom, all of that stuff. Okay, but all right, I'm about to share with y'all some information. I call it sharing information. I don't teach no more. I don't preach no more. I call it sharing information. I think it's more easily to accept it when I share it with y'all versus teaching and preaching. It's the same concept, just different information. The wording of it is different. So the wording of it makes it more acceptable. All right. So now I'm gonna talk about something that I talk about in church, but I was practicing this a while. I was practicing this for a while back now, not too much of a while back, but a while back, and it has done some enormous things in my life, and it will change your life. And I actually talked about it earlier. So if you go on my page, you can see that I talked about it earlier about the power of or focusing on abundance. Right now, a lot of people don't understand that abundance comes from your mindset. Right, and I'm gonna show you how you can transform your mindset to just receive abundance everywhere. Okay? Because in this world, in our physical eyes, we looking at the limitation of what's going on the outside. And people, what people mostly do, and I did it too, and I've done it too, what people tend to do is we tend to feel bad because of the limitation that's on the outside. In other words, there's a bill that's due, and you thinking about how much money in your account that you can't, you feel like you can't pay the bill. Or the doctor said the person has some kind of disease, or your relationships is out of control, or you're not at peace, or whatever the case may be, whatever the situation is, right? So what happened is, on the outside, we base our feelings on what we see on the outside. And guess what? Whenever you do that, right, we are letting, man, this is so good. When we base our feelings from the outside, we are letting the outside circumstances dictate how we value ourselves or how we feel on the inside. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Because what happens is if you're focusing too much on what's going on in the outer world, those circumstances of your life, what happens is that you're going to attract more situations on what you see on the outside versus how you need to transform your thought process and your feelings on the inside. And I'm going to talk about the inside because a lot of people talk about the inside, but they don't describe how to change the inside. They just say, change your inside. Well, how you do that? I'm going to share that later on because, you hear people all over the world talk about the inside, but they do not share how to do it. They'll tell you what to do, but they don't tell you how to do it. So I'm going to show how to transform your inner world so you can get your outer world looking like your inner world. Okay? Now, so the limited world is on the outside. We see with our eyes whatever you can see from the distance, right? That's the outer world. And so our body is right here in this outer world. My body right here is in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay? Now, that's the outer world. That's the limitation world. But the unlimited world is inside your mind. Now, I can close my eyes. You can close your eyes. You can visualize yourself in New York City. You can visualize yourself in California. You can visualize yourself on the beach. You can visualize yourself in Hawaii. You can visualize yourself in Thailand. You see what I'm saying? So now, when you visualize yourself in another part of the U.S. or out the country, now you're operating in the inner world. All right. And that is where the kingdom of God is within you. Jesus said it all the time. The kingdom of God is within you. The within part is the inner world of your mind. That's see, I can take my body wherever I want in my mind. And guess what? The more I think about it, the more I turn it over my mind, the more I believe it in my mind. Guess what happened? My body will be in the place where I kept visualizing and where I desire. All right. Now that's a little nugget. Man, I'm finna get started already. And I hadn't even gotten to the point talking about abundant. Now, what happened is this, okay? So we want to get to a place where abundant flows to us all the time. Okay, not just, and I want you to do this, right? I want you to stop thinking that the abundant is going to flow from your job. The abundant is going to flow from whatever that one source of income from. See, when we do that, we limit ourselves from gaining access to all the possibilities in the world. When you focus on, I only get money from my job, or I only get money from whatever source of income you're getting money from, you're limiting yourself by focusing on that. Whatever and I talked this before, the power of your attention is so powerful. Whatever you put your attention on, it expands. And whatever you expand, it attracts more into your life, right? Okay, so now check this out. Whenever you drive your car, or whenever you think about a car that you want, and before you even get it, you will notice that car everywhere, don't you? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Somebody hit that thumbs up. Anytime you get a car or you drive a car, you will notice that car everywhere. Like, dog, everybody got a car like this. So check this out, right? When I got my car, brand new too, thinking that not too many people got my car, and I bought a 21 car in 2020, thinking that hardly nobody gonna have this car. Guess what? I'm seeing this car as soon as I pull out the parking lot of the dealership. Went straight across the street because they gave me money to fill up the gas tank. They didn't fill it up for me. They gave me the money. the car is like that at another car like mine is at the gas station. That's crazy. Like, because see what happened is there's something in the back of your brain called a reticular. It's connected from your spine to your brain. It's called a reticular activating system. What happened is that part of the brain make you notice your car everywhere. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to operate that part of the brain to make abundance come into you. All right. So now what happened is this is that we all know that it takes 21 days for you to create a habit or to make a new habit. So if you're doing something over and over for 21 days, you create a new habit. Well, what you do is you can do that with your thought process. You think about something over and over again for the next 21 days. When you constantly think about something all day long for 21 days and you're thinking about it from morning to night and you're going to sleep on that, what happened is eventually your brain is going to transform into that thought process. And when when your subconscious mind transforms to that thought process, what happened is it's going to start to come into your life just like how you see your car everywhere. Man, this is good. And so what happened is for the next 21 days, I want to challenge you to focus on abundance, right? And how you do that? You focus on abundance like this. There's an abundance of, when you wake up early in the morning time, or you can start right now. You can see wherever you at, you can see the abundance of everything. There's an abundance of TVs that's all over the world. Okay? Think about that. There's an abundance of sky. There's an abundance of trees. There's an abundance of people. There's an abundance of desks. There's an abundance of phone. There's an abundance of computers. There's an abundance of books. There's an abundance of couches. There's an abundance of dishes. There's abundance of kitchens all over the world. There's an abundance everywhere. Matter of fact, there's an abundance of money. Wherever you're sitting on right now, I'm sitting in a chair. Somebody made the chair with money. It took money to make the chair. I'm sitting on money. Money is everywhere. I see the abundance of money everywhere. The more I'm doing this throughout my day, I'm seeing an abundance everywhere. I'm walking to the gas station. I see abundance of gas station. There's an abundance of gas station all over the world. There's an abundance of children all over the world. As I'm walking and I'm talking and as I'm seeing these things, I'm seeing the abundance everywhere. The more you do that for 21 days, all day long, from morning to night, just see the abundance of everything, the abundance of paper. Whatever you see, just think about it's everywhere. The more you do that from morning to night, all day long till you go to sleep, as much as you can, even if you're at work working, just think about as you typing up something, think about the abundance of words that you're typing. It's always a way, baby. You got no excuse not to think about it. You got to become aware and pay attention to what you're doing. So when you're thinking about the abundance of all this stuff, guess what happened? After 21 days, you're going to start attracting abundance. It's going to flow to you. I guarantee you. It's the spiritual law of the universe. When you change your thought, you change your life. Guaranteed. If you're in lack, that means you're thinking about things from a lack mentality. I'll give you an example. I don't even know why my mind went to thinking about this, but for some reason I wanted to go buy me some corned beef and hash. I don't know why I wanted it, but I haven't ate that in a very long time. I wanted some corned beef hash. So when I went to the store, and for some reason I don't know why, but my brain started focusing on the low value product. Okay, it was like $1 and some change, and I'm saying, why am I getting this cheap? Or I ain't gonna say cheap because I don't like to call it cheap. I'm gonna say low value. Why am I getting this low value product? You know what the low value product, the product look blurry. It was made quickly. I don't know how they make it, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't the best of the products. Some of them are, but it ain't the best of the products. But you got the higher quality product. They got a better picture. It looks more delicious. The item is more sturdier, or whatever the case may be. So I'm focusing on getting the cheap brand, the low value brand. And I'm like, I got all this money in my pocket. Why am I focusing on that low value brand? Because why? My mind was operating in the lack mentality. Man, let me go so what I did was I said, let me break my mind out of that. I went and got the more expensive version. Corned beef hash, because it's a pattern break. Because I wanted to operate from an abundance standpoint, not from a lack mentality. And the more I operate in an abundance mentality, the more abundance flow to me. The more abundance is going to flow to you. Here's another thing. When you give money away, don't give money from the point of it's coming out of your pocket and you ain't got no more. Don't give to get somebody to like you. Don't do stuff for people to get them to like you. If you do that to get them to respect you, if you do that, I'm telling you right now, you're operating from a place of lack. If I used to do this, I would do something just because I want that person to like me. I would do something to get that so that person can respect me. When I'm doing these things to get this person to like me, when I'm doing these things to get this person to respect me, what happened is I'm operating in the land of lack. Is because if I'm doing it to get them to like me, that means that I'm not liking myself. If I'm doing this to get them to respect me, then that means I'm not respecting myself. What happened is when you do that, the more I give that way, the more that person don't like me, because why? I'm giving from a place of lack. And when you give from a place of lack, what happened is they lack what you're trying to give. And that is them liking me. They're not going to like you when you give from a place of trying to get them to like you. Why? It's because you're giving in the mind of a lack mentality, and that's what I was doing. So if you've been doing something for somebody and you feel like, man, how they don't like me and I've been helping them out, it's because you've been giving from a place of lack. But when I switch it to give from a place of abundance, when I switch it to give and do it from a heart, a pureness, from a pure heart. In other words, what I'm saying is that however you give something, you got to check your motivation for why you're doing something. Okay? That's with anything. Check the motivation of why you're doing something. If you check the motivation of why you're doing something, you will find out your true intentions of why you're doing it. And if you're doing it from a place of getting somebody to do something, you're coming from a place from lack. And guess what you're going to attract? More lack situations. I'm telling you, when I changed this out of my life, I lived my life like the people that I was doing stuff for literally changed on me. Stop liking me. I didn't did it for them to like me. I did it because I started doing stuff for people because I wanted to see the joy in them. I wanted to see that it helped them. Not coming from a place of I want them to like me for doing this. It happens. And guess what? Now it changed around. Okay? So now abundance is flowing because I'm doing it from a pure heart. Not saying that I'm a bad person. I didn't realize that I was doing that. I thought I was doing it from a pure heart. Sometimes you would do things thinking that you're doing it from a pure heart. But when you get upset and say, well, I didn't get upset, but I'm like, I wonder why this person don't like me. Why? Now y'all gonna probably say, well, you can't please everybody. I'm telling you, everything that comes into your life is because of how you did it, from the way you think. Guaranteed. When I started giving from a pure heart, everything started coming back in pure form to me. In abundance. Okay? So watch this now. I'm gonna read this scripture. It's Ephesians 3:20. Maybe I could take one. Ephesians 3:20. It says, now unto him, God, right? Now unto him that is able. Now check this word out. Now, able is a very important word. And the reason why able is an important word is because it says, now unto him that is able. Able means that I can do it, but will you allow me to do it? Watch this now. Able says, I can do this thing for you. I'm able to do it for you. But will you allow me to do it? Because check this out. He says, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly. Okay, God have mercy. God can do exceedingly abundantly in our life if we allow him to. Y'all, I know they got this cliche saying, God can do everything but fail. Well, check this out. God can't do everything if you got his hands tied behind his back by according to something I'm about to show you. You can tie God's hand behind his back from blessing you. You know that? And I'm going to show you how. He said, now unto him that is able. Able means that he can do it. But if you don't allow him to do it, you tying his hands behind his back from giving you exceedingly abundantly. And guess what? He said above all that we can ask or think. Now watch this now. Here's the part where some people tie God's hands up behind his back, where he can't bless you and give you the exceedingly abundantly. He said, because why? I can do this. I'm able to do this. But what happened is, if you don't work, here's the second part. He says, it's according to the power that work in us. If you're not getting exceedingly abundantly in your life, it's because you're not thinking abundantly. You're not using the power that is within you. When I'm not working the power within me, I'm not getting the abundant life. If I'm operating from a power of lack, I'm getting more lack situations, because why? It's just like you see your car everywhere. If you operate from the point of lack, you're going to start seeing lack everywhere. If you talk about your bills all the time, you're going to see more bills. You're going to live check to check. You're going to run out of money. If you constantly talk about more going out, that's what's going to go. That's what's going to happen. If you want more to come in, focus on just all the money that's coming in. Focus on all the money that's around you. Focus on people making this kind of, just focus on, you know what I'm saying? Don't focus on the bills. Focus on, go on YouTube, start seeing all that money coming on your TV screen. Like I'm looking at the richest black billionaires. I'm watching this stuff, programming my mind for abundance. I'm programming my mind for abundance. I'm programming my mind, money coming in, not money going out. See, when you give and pay your bill from a point where, oh man, this money got to come out of my pocket, and you give it from a point where you losing money, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be attracting more situation for you to lose money. That's how it works. However you do something, that's how you're going to attract. Your reality is nothing but the way you think. But when I understood this concept, life changed for me. It's simple. You change your thoughts, you change your life. Simple. Well, it seems simple, but the hardest part is to discipline your mind to see what you need to see. He said, now unto him that is able, which means he can do it, to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. He says, according. Now see, here's the thing. It's according to you, to the power, the mindset that works in us. That's what the word said. That's Ephesians 3:20 says, not me. The power, he gave us the power. And the power is, you have to see abundance. You have to talk abundance. You have to think abundance. You have to act abundance. Feel abundant. When you walking around every day for the next 21 days, thinking, talking, seeing abundance, watch what's going to happen to your life. It's a guaranteed law of your mindset. You're going to attract abundance constantly, as if it's just effortlessly coming, flowing in. You don't have to worry about it again. Money is just going to come from everywhere. Good health will come from everywhere. Great relationships is going to come from everywhere. People who have more than you could ever, people who have millions and thousands of dollars going to be coming into your life to share opportunities with you. Something that you need that costs money, you probably won't even have to pay it because you're thinking abundantly. Somebody is going to give it to you. Open up the mind of possibilities of abundance. I'm telling you, y'all. The abundant world is on the inside world. Anytime I start to feel a certain way, I just go ahead and close my eyes and I visualize the abundant world. Anytime I feel negative about something, everybody goes through a phase of feeling negative. But what you have to do is you don't allow that negative to build a house in your mind. What you do is you close your eyes and you meditate on what you need to meditate on. Meditate on the goodness of God. Meditate on how he brought you through before. Meditate on whatever feels good to you. Meditate yourself on the beach. Meditate yourself cashing a check. Meditate yourself, the doctor telling you that you got good health, even though he told you got bad health 6 months ago. Meditate on you conducting business. Meditate somebody is, you got thousands of customers coming to you. Meditate on the abundance. You keep doing this every day for the next 21 days. I promise you, yo. God will open up the door exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ask or think. Now watch this. Here's another thing. Now Jesus came into this earth, right? He came for a purpose. And here's one of the things that he came for. He said in John 10:10, it says, the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. Wow. What he's going to destroy. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He comes to steal your thoughts away from the abundant world. He comes to kill your esteem from the abundant world. He comes to destroy your ego from the abundant world. He's come to do this. Why? Because the enemy knows, the thief knows that when he does this, you're going to, God have mercy, I wish somebody get this tonight, man. When you're thinking on the other side, that's what you're going to get. Jesus said, screw all of that. Forget that thief, what he come to do. I need you to focus on this. He said, I have come that you may have life. Not only just that you may have life. He didn't say, I come that you may have a life with full of lack. He didn't say, I come that you're not supposed to get. He said, I didn't come so that you can have bad health. He didn't say, I come that you're going to struggle financially. He didn't say that I'm going to come so that you can have bad relationships. He didn't say, I'm going to come so that you can have no joy, no peace, no love, no none of that in your life. He said, I come that you may have life. Life means good. Life means great relationships. Life means happiness. Life means full of joy. Life means full of abundance. Life means full of great structure. Life is great. He said, I come that you may have life, and not only to have life, but guess what? And to have it more abundantly. That word abundant, boy, sounds so good, boy. Every time I say that word, boy, I can just feel all the abundance is resonating through my whole spirit. And I challenge you. Come on now, this Jesus telling us he come down. Don't let him die on that cross. Don't let him come to earth and then leave back and went back to heaven. Knowing that he died so that we can have an abundant life. Don't do that. Don't let him die in vain. Don't let him come to earth and teach us this stuff and then die in vain. No, get some of this abundant life, man. We're going to get some of this abundant life. For the next 21 days, I challenge you to see abundance everywhere. Whatever you're sitting on, think about it. If I'm sitting in a chair, there's an abundance of chairs. This chair was made for money. There's an abundance of money. I'm right here by my desk. There's an abundance of desks all over the world. There's desks in the stores. There's desks in people's homes. All over the world. There's an abundance. When you start thinking, there's a lamp right here. There's an abundance of lamp. There's an abundance of light. There's an abundance of TV. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 TVs. There's an abundance of TV. I got abundance of books. There's books all over the world. There's a picture. There's an abundance of pictures all over the world. People got pictures all over their home. When you start thinking about abundance like that, I guarantee you, and you do this all day long, for the next 21 days, I promise you, abundance will flow in your life. It might flow before then. Because everybody's mind is different. You might stop believing abundance tomorrow. You might start believing abundance the next 3 days. You might stop believing abundance whenever. But for the next 21 days, when you focus on abundance, I promise you and guarantee you. They say you cannot guarantee and promise nothing but death. But I promise you and guarantee you that if you focus on abundance all day long, every day, sky abundance, roads abundance, cars abundance, trees abundance, you abundant. Because there's abundance of people. When you start thinking like this, I promise and guarantee you your life will start to be abundant. That's how the brain works. You want to notice your car everywhere? Guess what? You're going to notice abundant everywhere. Guarantee. It's a law of the universe that God put here on earth for us. See, a lot of people be saying, they'll tell you, they got these old school teachers that, they think that God gonna do it for us. You're gonna be messed up. You keep listening to them, you're going to get messed up. What happened is this. God said in Genesis 1:26, he said, let us make man after our image, after our likeness. And let them, us, have dominion. See, he already did his work. He made this for us. But then guess what? He did his work after he put his spirit in us. Because why? He said, let us make man after our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fishes of the sea, over the fowl, you know what I'm saying? Fowls of the air, over the cattle, over the land, over all the earth. That's what he said. He gave us the power within us. So we like God manifested in the physical form. He's not going to do it. He'll give you the idea, but you got to do it. He'll give you the mind. You got to think it. He give you the mouth to speak. You got to say the words. That's why he says, now unto him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ask or think, according to the power that is working within us, not working within him. When Jesus was healing people in the land, when Jesus was doing all this good work, when he was healing people, what happened? He didn't say it was my faith. Jesus didn't say it was his faith. He said, according to your faith, according to your belief. That's what he said. Why? Because he understands that it's according to you, the power that is in you, not the power in him. He understands that God put the power in you. Watch this. Me and Jesus is just alike. Boy, I know I'm finna hurt somebody with this one. People gonna be like, well, how you mean you and Jesus is alike? Watch this. Me and Jesus is just alike, y'all. You and Jesus is just alike. You be like, what? What is this hypocrisy? I'm gonna show y'all something. How you and Jesus is alike. How me and Jesus is alike. Check this out now. Me and Jesus just alike. I can do the same thing Jesus can do. I can heal somebody too. Check this out. Me and Jesus just alike. I got the same power Jesus got. The difference between Jesus and me is he was more focused. That's it. The difference between Jesus and you is because he was more focused. Y'all gonna say, well, that was God manifested in a physical form. You are too. Watch this. Watch this now. Philippians 2:5 said this. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Lord have mercy. I just helped somebody with that one just now. You see what I'm saying? He said, let this mind. Which mind is he talking about? He's talking about a mind. Let this mind be in you. Let this mind be in me, which was also means that person got it just as well as I got it. He said, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. My God have mercy. That mind of God is in you. That mind of God is in Jesus. That mind of God is all of us in one. You ain't got to believe it. But I tell you what, if you don't want to believe that, guess what happened is this. You're going to operate from a lack mentality. And we're supposed to operate from an abundant mentality. The inner world is abundant. Your mind is like Google. You can type whatever in your mind. You can Google whatever in your mind and visualize whatever in your mind, just like you can type it on the computer and the picture pop up. You can do the same thing in your mind. That's the abundant world. Let me see something else. There's another favorite scripture of mine. It's in John 10:34, right? Check this out. He says, John 10:34, he says, Jesus answered them and said, is it not written in your law? I have said that you are gods. Come on, man. He said this, not me. I am just like Jesus. He said, is it not written in your law? I have said you are gods. The only difference is Jesus' focus was so strong that all he did was I do what my Father do. I say what my Father say. If you get into that mode, man, you'll be just like Jesus. Now watch this. Guys, I know some of y'all ain't want to believe that because you've been taught that you can't compare yourself to Jesus. Why not? And he's clearly telling you right now, watch this, I'm going to show you something else. I'm showing you the power. I'm showing you the power. Check this out. This is Jesus saying this, not me. I'm just sharing what the Bible says. We got the same powers as Jesus. Check this out. I know some of y'all ain't going to believe this, but guess what? It's on y'all. I'm going to get everything God got for me on this earth right here. Check this out. He said, this is Jesus talking about John 14:12. Check this out. He says, very truly I tell you this, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing. Because why? The mind that Jesus had, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. So whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing. He's saying this, that you can do the same thing he can do. The works that I have been doing, he said, you can do it too. And he said, not only that, and you can do even greater works than him because I am going to the Father. And this is Jesus saying this, not me. That's why I can be like Jesus if I want to. I can't be Jesus, but I can be like Jesus. You can be like Jesus. It's only one of you. The problem is we don't believe that, y'all. The problem is we got we got these people out here teaching that you can't, you're not God manifested in the physical form. They teach you that God is on the outside of you and versus God is on the inside of you. And when you understand that, you walk around here like you own this earth. You walk around here because you actually kind of do own this earth. He said, let you have dominion. You own everything on this earth. The only difference is that you don't own people. Because he never said in the Bible, he said dominion over the animals and dominion over the earth. He never said to have dominion over people. Genesis 1:26, read it for yourself. But guess what? The works that Jesus did, he said, if you believe in me, the works that he did, you could do it too. Go and read it for yourself if you don't believe me. And he said, you can do even greater works because I am going to the Father. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. When you think about God mindset, and you thinking from that perspective, you'll operate in the abundant world. That lack mentality world will disappear, and then you will operate from an abundant world. And when you operate from an abundant world, guess what? You're going to give abundantly. Guess what? You're going to talk abundantly. Guess what? You're going to think abundantly. You're going to act abundantly. And the moment you start acting, thinking, speaking, and doing all this right here abundantly, your life is going to have abundantly in your environment. The people that are celebrities, the people that are having millions and millions and billions of dollars, one of the things that they did was they transformed their thought process. That's it. The moment you start thinking wealth flows to you. I mean, like when you transform your beliefs mind to wealth, you transform your mind to riches, you transform your mind to prosperity, and you constantly reprogramming that mind to think only that, that's all you will attract. If you're thinking lack, I ain't got enough. If you're thinking that, man, I'm scraping. If you're thinking that I'm surviving. If you're thinking about anything that got anything to do to contradict the opposite way of prosperity and success and more than enough and all that, you're going to come in a cycle of lack. You're going to be in a cycle of not having enough. You're going to be in a cycle that you don't have plenty. You're going to be in a cycle of struggling. You're going to be in a cycle of survival mode. The more you're thinking about not having it, the more you're thinking about lack, the more you're thinking about all of that on that side, you're going to attract more of it into your life. What I want you to do is I want you to Pay attention when you're doing something. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? What's the motivation behind it? If you're doing it to get somebody to like you, if you're doing it so you can get something back, if you're doing it to get respect, if you're doing it so they can allow you to join their group, if you're doing it so you can look good in front of people, what happens is you operate from the land of lack, and you're going to get more situations where you're going to have lack. You're going to have situations where people is not going to like you. People will say, well, people is not going to like you for whatever. Guess what? They're only not liking you is because of what you're projecting out. This outside world is nothing but a reflection of what you're thinking and feeling on the inside. That's it. And check this out. I say this all the time. You have 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts that run through your mind every day. Every time you walk out your house, anytime you wake up in the morning time, you see all these colors. You're seeing all these different articles. You're seeing all these different products. You're seeing all these different stuff. Your brain sees all this stuff in a matter of billions of seconds. So your thought process is accumulating all these thoughts, 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day. And all of it is not positive and all of it is not negative. They come in sporadically in your mind. You're not thinking all positive. You're not thinking all negative. What happened is here's the key. Whatever you set your attention on, like whatever you pay attention to, that's what you draw into your life. Those are the thoughts that is going to portray in the reality of your life. Think about it. They say pay attention. Pay attention to stuff that's going to bring you more value. Jesus, that's good. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to. Your time is valuable. You cannot get no more of your time back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And your future, I don't care how much money, I don't care if you got $1 trillion, you cannot buy no more time on this earth. You can buy more good health from having the best doctors, and they can help you to live longer, but you're still going to leave this earth. And the only time you have is now. You have this present moment. Your time is so valuable that people, watch this. Your time is so valuable. This is why companies want you to use your time at their job to build their dream so that they could play golf while you're working, so that they can be on the yacht while you're working, so that they can live in a mansion while you're working, so that they can be spending money on Louis Vuitton while you're working, so that they can buy whatever they desire while you're working, so that they can buy real estate while you work in their company. Listen, they understand that if I put you to work and use your time, and while the effort that you put in on their job, guess what? You release them to have freedom. See, if you think about money, money is nothing but freedom. Watch this. I'm finna help somebody right now. I'm switching from abundance. I'm still on abundance. I'm about to free somebody right now. I'm not saying not to have a job. I'm not telling you to quit your job because you ain't in the place where I'm at. But what I'm telling you is this. I'm not telling you to quit your job because you feel safe at the job. You feel secure at the job. I understand that. I've been there before. I'm not telling you not to quit your job. What I'm telling you is this. Focus on what you love to do and turn it into a business. I don't care if you can listen real good. Turn that into a business. You know what listening is? You can be, man, there's a lady that was charging people to hug them. This lady got a hugging business in the streets. Come on, man. A hugging business. Like just literally hugging people and getting paid. Psychiatrists and psychologists, all they do is listen to people. Listen, my listening skills is amazing, y'all. My listening skills is amazing. Check this out. But okay, let me get back to what I was talking about. Your time is valuable. Okay? Now, I highly encourage you whatever state you in, you go to the Secretary of State on the website. You file a business name. I don't care if it's your name. Get a facetious name. Get some kind of name. I always get like names that I always tell people get it something that's pertaining to an action word towards your business. Like my business called Renew My Life. It's called Renew My Life. Guess what? That's an action word. I'm renewing people's lives. Okay? So you go to the Secretary of State. It's probably cost $100. I don't know South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina, Jacksonville. I don't know where y'all from. It might be $50 in y'all state, but it's $100 in Georgia. You go file a facetious name or file your name, say Sylvester Brown LLC or whatever the case may be. I don't put my name because I don't want to put my name on there. But I'm just saying, for example, just file your name. You already started right now. You're in business right now. You registered to the state. That number one right there. Now, when you start doing stuff like that, you are entering a new world. You're entering into the business world. Okay? Then when you get that, you get an EIN number. That's like a social security number for your business. When you get that EIN number, you get that. That's for free. You get that from the tax. You get that from the tax website. That's a free number. It's like a social security to your business. You go to the bank and you tell the bank you want to open up a checking account. You have a bank business. Now you in business. You in state. You register to the state for $100. You got an EIN number for the taxes. And now you got the checking account for the business. It's that simple. 3 steps. Now you in business. Now, all you got to do now is create revenue coming from whatever it needs to come from. And guess where it comes from? It comes from other people. Whatever product that you're putting out there, put out some value. You got to put value out there. When you put value out there, it will flow to you abundantly. I just give you 4 steps. And I always tell people, whatever it is that you're doing, learn how to market. YouTube teaches you how to market anything. Go to YouTube, learn how to market. Because with no customers, your business is going to be like dead roots. It ain't going to produce no fruits without marketing skills. Now, if you have the money, pay somebody to market for you. That'll save you some time. So while they're marketing, they're bringing customers to you, and all you got to do is serve the product. It's another way. Most people do that. That's a better way of doing it. But if you don't have that kind of money, then you need to learn marketing skills and learn how to market your product to people so that you can benefit them and so that you can benefit your business. Now, don't go in business thinking about getting the bag. Because, see, that's the problem right there. Most people think that people generate money to get. Generate ideas because the money gonna come. Generate ideas and the money gonna come. Don't focus on the money. Focus on bettering people's lives. When you focus on bettering people's lives, guess what? The money's gonna come. If you focus on the money, you're still in lack mode. I know y'all hear people say, I'm focusing on the bag. And I'm gonna tell you something, most people who focus on the bag ain't really getting that much money. Y'all probably see them rappers and all that getting all that money. Yeah, that's a rare few. Okay? Focus on the bag is focusing on the lack. You focus on ideas, the bag gonna come. Okay? Wealthy people focus on idea. Broke people focus on money. Wealthy people focus on investments. Broke people focusing on clocking in and putting in hours at the job. Listen, I'm just sharing that. I'm just showing you the difference between wealthy and and poor. And when I mean poor, I'm not saying that you might not have no money in your account. You might have $5,000, $10,000 in your account, but these people got millions in their account. Why? It's because they focusing on investment, abundant. Poor people think about, I'm gonna put this much time in. Lack. Why? Because guess what? You're giving your time away for hours that you need to be building a business where you can be free. Money is freedom. Don't think about money as in nothing else but freedom. You want your freedom. That's what wealthy people do. They focus on money as freedom, not money as in having money, but they focus on ideas and freedom. Because why? They understand that their time is valuable and that they want to spend their time doing stuff that they want to remember, not stuff that they don't want to do. They don't want to be on nobody's job. That's why they created the business for you to work on. So I leave y'all with this. I got to go. Take at least an hour a day and focus on and ask yourself this question. How can I make money outside of my job? No, don't even say how outside of my job. Just say, how can I make some extra money? Your brain wants to know the answer to that question. You're probably thinking that right now. Man, how can I make some extra money? Take an hour one day and just start saying, how can I make some extra money? Just sit in quietness. We be in quietness all day long. I mean, we be in noise all day long. We be outside. You can hear children playing outside. You can hear the noise from the cars. You can play. You can hear horns. You can hear planes flying by. You can hear the wind brushing. We hear noise all the time. Take an hour a day and get in quietness. I promise you it will change your life. And start asking yourself questions. Ask yourself, how can I? And just sit back and think, Lord, how can I attract more abundance? Lord, how can I attract more customers? Lord, how can I attract good health? Lord, how can I? When you ask yourself, how can I questions, man, your brain is going to attract the solution. It's going to attract the solution. All right? So, all right, y'all. I'm out of here. I want to leave y'all that. Now, listen, before I go, I want to challenge you. 21 days from here on out, for 21 days, I want you to focus on abundance. You got to become aware of this. If you don't discipline yourself to focus on abundance, you're not going to attract it because your brain needs time. You have to turn it over in your head. You have to turn it over and over in your mind so that you can get your brain to believe it, so that you can receive it and you're going to start seeing it. And when you start noticing abundance everywhere, subconsciously, it's just going to start happening into your life. Abundantly, stuff is going to happen into your life. Guaranteed. Amen. All right, y'all. Give my hand clap for everybody who listening on this right here. I feel excited, y'all. I'm excited, man. I can't, man. All this abundance is coming into my life, man. And it's going to be coming into your life, too. All this abundance is coming into my life. Lord have mercy. I just feel abundant. Think abundance. Talking abundant. And get some of the friends at your life that ain't talking that abundant lifestyle, man. Nobody want to hear with no bills. You keep talking about bills, you're going to bring more bills into your life, man. Get away from them conversations. Talk abundant, talk prosperity, talk success, talk love, talk God, talk Jesus, talk everything that is good, pure, just, right. Think on those good thoughts. And watch God change things. All right. Love y'all. Y'all take care. And hey, if y'all want to support a brother, check this out, man. Start off like this right here. Start off like this right here. I'm gonna put my thing up there. I'm gonna put my ministry thing up there. Listen. If you feel like this message has helped you out, listen, I want you to give something in that Cash App. I put it down. It's called Renew My Life. $ Renew My Life. Listen, when you give from a point where I can just, and you're helping me to help other people to transform their life, guess what happened? You give and you don't worry about what's going on after that. You're like, I'm going to give because I'm giving from an abundant mentality. I'm giving from, because this man just shared some information to help me out. Guess what happened is, I don't want to tell you the second part, but I'm going to tell you the second part, because when you give, it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Don't be scared. Break that pattern today. I always give from a place where I learn from. Because, see, when you give from a place that you're learning from, guess what, man? You're going to get more situations where you can get in a higher position, because now you're learning more to go to the next level. Okay? I operate a ministry. Well, I ain't gonna say a ministry. I operate, well, I guess you can't call it a ministry, but I operate Renew My Life Center so that I can transform other people's lives. I give out, I receive. Two-way street. I receive, I give, but I do it in joy. I'm a the Bible says, be a cheerful giver. Guess what? I give so that it benefits the other person. I give so that the other person feels a joy. When I'm giving from that perspective, guess what's happened, y'all? More joy coming to my life. More happiness coming to my life. Man, I'm telling you, man, I can't explain it until you try it. Don't try it, do it. And if you don't, hey, give to some other organization, give to your church in a way where it is beneficial to them. I promise you, watch God change things. All right, I'm out. I love y'all. Y'all, hey man, I'm telling you, man, I haven't been on here in a long time. I'm gonna start coming back on Facebook because I've just been working on people's lives. I've been working a lot, y'all. So I haven't been on Facebook, and I'll be posting here and there, be on here and there, but I hadn't been on social media for a while. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm gonna start getting on here more. I'm gonna start teaching more, and I'm gonna start changing more and more lives on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever I gotta get it. I'm about to transform the life, because why? We only have this time now, and I want my name on the buildings like Dr. King. I want my name on streets like Dr. King. I want my name to be talking about in history books like Dr. King. Why? Because I want my name to be exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ever ask or think. That's what I want. You don't have to want that, but that's what I want. I want my name to live forever. I don't want to die and then my casket right there in the ground and only my family know about me, only the people I know. I want the whole world to know me. Because why? I want to touch the whole world. I was born to touch the whole world. And guess what? I'm going to do it as much as I can while I'm here. I'm going to use as much time as I can while I'm here. If I got to get on TV to do it, to transform lives, because these people need to hear this, the stuff that I know. TV, social media, person, Zoom, however the case may be, I'm putting it out there. Because I want to transform lives, and I want that Nobel Peace Prize too, by the way, all right? I'm out. Love y'all. Take care.